Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome to our exercise definite integral first exercise. So in this question is repeated of your integration. Only difference is that you have to apply the limits in that. So I have to go quickly with that because already same type of question we have done. Only addition is that only the limits, low limit and upper limit. One thing is remember only low limit is always less than the upper limit. So downward will be the low limit and upward will be the upper limit. So if this is a cot x integration is log sin x, and after integration limit shift to this place pi by 4, then pi by 2. First you apply pi by 2 in place of variable, then minus pi by 4 in place of variable. Sin pi by 2 value is 1, then sin pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. Log 1 minus log 1 and minus log root 2 minus plus log root 2. So log 1 is cancelled, and this power root, because your rule is that log m raised to power n is n log m. So any term that is power in the form of a company with the log, that shifted in the front according to the logarithm rule. So that is 1 by 2 log 2. Next question is first question second part. So this is 1 upon sine 2x, limit is pi by 6 to pi by 3. So pi by 6 to pi by 3, 1 by sine 2x converted to cosecant 2x, and integration of cosecant 2x log tan 2x by 2, and differentiation of 2x2 should be written in the denominator. So this is because actually integration of cosecant x is log tan x by 2. That's why I write, because in place of x this is 2x, then log tan 2x by 2, 2 will be cancelled, only left tan x and by 2. 1 by 2 keep it outside, because limits only apply in the variable. Any term that is whole divided by any denominator, that is taken out as common. So log tan pi by 3 minus log tan pi by 6. Tan pi by 3 value is pi root 3, and tan pi by 6 is 1 by root 3. So when you open this one, this is log root 3 minus log 1 by root 3. I apply here log m minus log n formula. So root 3 divided by 1 by root 3 shifted upward, so that become log 3. So here 1 by 2 log 3, and this 1 by 2 according to this rule, log rule, this 1 by 2 shift at 3 raised to power, that becomes root 3. Similarly, your third question is third part is first question third part, 2 secant square x plus x cube plus 2 dx, then integration of secant square is tan x, x4 by 4, 2x. Then you apply the limit 0 to pi by 4. First you apply pi by 4, but when you apply 0, all will be 0, so we only write pi by 4. After calculation you get 2 plus pi 4 by 1024 plus pi by 2. Now here sin square x by 2 minus cos square x by 2. So we have the formula cos 2x is cos square x minus sin square x, and first we convert into cos 2x half angle formula, that is cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2. Take it negative sign outside. So this is the formula of cos 2x half angle formula, so that is cos x. So cos x integration is cos x integration is sin x, then 0 to pi. So if you apply this, so that becomes 0. So integration of, because sin x differentiation is cos x, so that's why cos x integration is sin x. So similarly, if you are going to integrate sin x, so integration of sin x will be minus cos x. So now second question, first part is 0 to 1 dx 2x minus a. This is a linear equation. So integration of this is log 2x minus 3, and 2x minus 3 differentiation in the denominator is 2. When you apply first 1, then 0, this 1 by 2 take it out, only in the you apply the limit in the log 2x minus 3, log 2 minus 3 log, and here when you apply 0, that is minus 3. So this is a negative log minus 3, and this is minus 1, both will be negative under the negative sign. If you take negative sign common here, minus 1 by 2, then log minus 3 minus log minus 1 will be there, and log m minus log n, that is log m upon n, negative will be cancelled, only log 3 is left, minus 1 by 2 1 is 1 by 2 log 3. Next is your second part. Next part is of your second question. Second part is second part your question is here 1 2 3 7 minus 2x, again linear equation. Log 7 minus 2x and 7 minus 2x differentiation is minus 1 by 2. So sorry, minus 2 and minus 1 by 2, keep it outside, apply the limit, you will get log 1 minus log 5. Take a negative sign common outside to make it positive, then log 5 minus log 1, and log m minus log n is log m upon n, 5 upon 1, so that is log 5. Or either you can go directly with that. So log 1 value is 0, again you will get log 5. Now question number third, first part is 0 to pi by 4 cos square 3x. Your cos 2x formula is 2 cos square x minus 1. If you triple the angle, means this angle, if you extract cos square x, this angle is multiply 3, inside the angle also multiply by 3, that becomes 6 and that become 3. So according to that, cos square 3x formula is 1 plus cos 6x by 2. 1 by 2, keep it outside. After integration, x plus sin 6x and 6x differentiation in denominator, that is 6. Now apply the limit. If you applied 0, 0 will be, all term will be 0. So only I go with pi by 4 and my required answer is pi by 8 minus 1 by 12. Next is third question second part. In this third question second part is integration of tan square x and limit is 0 to pi by 4. First you convert tan square x into secant square x minus 1, and integration of secant square x is tan x, 1 is x, 0 to pi by 4. Apply the limit, tan pi by 4 minus pi by 4 is 1 minus pi by 4. Now third question third part, tan x plus cot x whole square. So first you apply a plus b whole square formula here. So tan square x plus cot square x and 2 into tan x cot x become 1. So only 2 is left. Now apply identity, tan square and cot square x, secant square x minus 1 and cot square is cosecant square x minus 1. This 2 is cancelled with this, and secant square integration is tan x and cosecant square is minus cot x. Apply the limits, pi by 4 and pi by 3, you will get the value minus 2 by root 3. Next is your third question fourth part. Your third question fourth part is 1, if you have given 1 plus sin x. So first you rationalize with changing the sign, 1 minus sin x upon 1 minus sin square x, denominator become cos square x, separate the term, 1 by cos square x minus sin x by cos square x become tan x and secant x. Secant square x integration is tan x and integration of secant x tan x is secant x. Now apply the limit 0 to pi, you will get the answer 2. Next is 0 to pi by 4 sin 3x sin 2x. Here you have to apply 2 sin a sin b formula, that is cos a minus b minus cos a plus b. So limit is 0 to pi by 4. Now first you convert it into 2 sin 3x, that in the form of 2 sin a sin b form, 2 sin 3x sin 2x dx, then 1 by 2, 0 to pi by 4, and apply the formula that gives me cos x minus cos 5x. After integration, sin x minus sin 5x by 5, apply the limit, you will get 3 by 5 root 2. Next is 0 to pi by 4, 1 minus sin 2x. This question you have done by two parts. Either you convert into sine into cos form like 90 degree minus theta and apply the formula 1 minus cos theta and cancel the square root, or you can go with the perfect square, like in place of 1 cos square x plus sin square x, that become cos x minus sin x whole square. Square is cancelled with square root, and cos square in integration is sin x and sin x is minus cos x, that become plus cos x. Apply the limit, you will get root 2 minus 1. Next is fourth question first part. So here only cos phi is given and numerator is d phi, 5 plus 3 cos phi. So what you will do it here, so you apply the formula here, like here this is 5 plus 3 cos phi, so that become 5 plus 3, 1 minus tan square 5 by 2, 1 plus tan square 5 by 2. So actually by mistake I go with that, so better get the answer. Still I get the answer pi by 4, 1 plus tan square. Okay, so instead of plus I just solve with the minus. So if you can consider change it into minus, your answer will be same, because when you solve with minus 3 plus 3 tan square 5, because I solved with the negative sign, so if you go with the positive, there will be no change in the answer, because that become positive, that become 8, and that become 2 tan square 5 by 2. So only value will be changed, but answer will be same here. So there will be no change in your answer. So here, so instead of this, so you can also solve yourself with this. Here I am going to change with the minus sign. So because whole question is solved with the minus sign, but when you go with the positive sign of this one, so you can keep at here positive sign. So then 3, 1 minus tan square 5 by 2, 1 plus tan square 5 by 2. So that becomes 5 plus 5 tan square 5 by 2. डिनोमिनेटर मूव अपवर्ड. जो एलसीएम होगा वो आप न्यूमरेटर में शिफ्ट कर दोगे. 1 प्लस tan square 5 by 2 वो बन जाएगा secant square 5 by 2, and 5 minus 3 become 2, and 5 plus 3 tan square 5 by 2. But if I take positive sign here, that become 8 plus 2 tan square 5 by 2. Again it will be a same form, only value will be changed. Instead of here 8 will become, and instead of here 2 will become, if there is a positive sign. So I solve with the negative sign, so it doesn't matter. You have to be very careful about the question. Here I don't know how I just done this one like minus and plus, but question will be same. But if you solve this one, only this become positive and this become negative, and this become 8 and this become 2, and it will be 8 by 2, and it will be 2 if you take it 2 common. If you take it 2 common here, so that will be 2 by 8 plus tan square 5 by 2. Instead of what I am getting 1 by 4, if your positive sign is there, instead of 1 by 4 there will be a 2 square 4 only 4, and that becomes the 2 square. That is again a square plus x square form. So if phi is 0, that becomes tan 5 by 2 become, that is 0. If phi is equal to pi, then t is equal to tan 5 by 2 become pi by 2 is equal to infinite. Then you go with 0 to infinity. There is a no change in a question, answer will be same. Only difference is that where I am getting 1 by 2 by changing the sign, you will get only 2 here. So that will be 2 plus t square. So that become 1 by, instead of here you will get 1 by 2, and here whatever you get 1 by 2 outside, that was the common. Ultimately your answer will be same, there will be no change in the answer. Then 1 by 2 square plus t square, so 1 by a tan inverse x by a, that is t by e my a value is 1 by 2, that become 2t. So infinite and 0, and tan inverse infinite is pi by 2, and we get pi by 4. Next question is fourth question, second part. Then fourth question second part is 0 to pi by 4, 2 tan cube x dx is equal to 1 minus log 2, that you want to prove. Now here 2 0 to, you take it 2 out common, separate tan square x and tan x. 1 tan square x converted into the identity secant square x minus 1 tan x dx. Now here when you separate the terms, when you separate all the terms here, when you separate all the terms here, that is 2 secant square x tan x 0 to pi by 4, 2 times 0 to pi by 4 tan x. Integration of tan x is log secant x. Then here if you look at this secant square x, and this is tan x. Tan x differentiation is secant square x. We apply the rule f dash x fx n, that is fx n plus 1 by n plus 1, that becomes tan square x by 2. Then now apply the limit pi by 4, so you will get 1 minus log 2. Next is fifth question, first part. Here your 0 to 2 x4 plus 1 upon x square plus 1 dx. Now when you divide this one, because numerator power is greater than the denominator, so that become quotient plus remainder upon divisor. Quotient is x square minus 1 plus remainder is 2 upon divisor x square plus 1. Now you separate and integrate. X square integration is x cube by 3 minus 1 is x, and 2 is constant. 1 by x square plus 1 is tan square x, and 0 to 2. Now you apply the limit. After getting applying the limit, you will get 2 by 3 plus 2 tan inverse 2. Next is fifth question, second part. In this only you have directly given 1 upon 1 plus x square dx, the 1 to root 3. 1 upon 1 plus x square integration is tan inverse x. Apply the limit. Tan inverse root 3 minus tan inverse 1. So that is pi by 3 minus pi by 4 is equal to pi by 12. Next is your fifth question, third part. So in this fifth question, third part, your limit is 3 to 5 x square by x square minus 4 dx. So in this type of case, when power is same, try to adjust the denominator in the numerator. So x square minus 4 plus 4, separate the term. Integration of 1 is x. Then here x square minus a square rule is 1 by 2a log x minus a x plus a. Now apply the limit. After applying the limit, you will get 2 plus log 15 by 7. Next is fifth question, fourth part. Here under the square root, that is ax minus x square. Then you separate the term for making the perfect square. Keep negative sign outside. X square minus ax and plus a square, a by 2 whole square will be added in place of b square. It is added from my side, but actually negative sign is outside. In the question, actually it is going to be subtracted. So we add here a by 2 whole square to make a perfect square. So again this is a square minus x square form. We apply sine inverse formula, sine inverse x upon a, x minus a by 2 and a by 2. So when you apply the limit, only sine inverse 1 minus sine inverse minus 1 within the bracket is left. We already done in inverse trigonometry rule. If any angle is negative within the bracket, the negative sign will be taken it out. So that becomes sine inverse 1 plus sine inverse 1, that is pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is equal to pi. So that will be my answer. Now next question is your sixth question. Sixth question, your first part is here. Sixth question, your first part is 1 2 3 1 upon x square into x plus 1 dx. Here you have to go with the partial fraction method. You have to prove 2 by 3 plus log 2 by 3. 1 2 3 1 by x square x plus 1 dx. When you go with the partial fraction method, a by x plus b by x square plus c by x plus 1, you get the value a minus 1 is equal to minus 1, c is equal to 1 and b is equal to 1 by partial fraction method. After applying the value, you will integrate the term. Integration of minus 1 by x is log x, 1 by x square is minus 1 upon x plus 1. Then here when you apply the that is log x plus 1. So here when you get this one, this is x raised to power minus 1 and this become minus 1 by x. Then log m minus log n, log m upon n. Then after applying the limit, you will get 2 by 3 plus log 2 by 3. So next is sixth question, second part. Here under the square root, quadratic equation is there. You have to convert into the perfect square. So x square will be negative sign is there. If you take negative sign common, so 5x accompany with that x square minus 5x and minus 6 right on the side. Here when you add this b value, that become 5 by 2 whole square. It is added from our side, but actually negative sign, due to negative sign outside, it is subtracted in the question. So we add 25 by 4 in this. That gives me 1 by 4 minus x minus 5 by 2. Again this is a square minus x square under square root. So sine inverse. So your formula will be applied here, sine inverse x upon a. Sine inverse x minus 5 by 2 by 1 by 2. That gives you sine inverse 2x minus 5. Applying the limit. If you applying the limit, you will get your answer as pi. Next is sixth question, third part. 1 2 3 log x 1 plus x square dx. 3 by 4 log 3 minus log 2, that you have to prove. In this question you have to go with by parts. Log x will be considered as first function. 1 upon 1 plus x square will be considered as your second function. Log x, keep it outside, and integration of 1 plus x square is minus 2 plus 1 and minus 2 plus 1, that become minus 1 upon 1 plus x. So limit will be applied because integration is solved here. Minus 1 2 3 log x differentiation is 1 by x and minus 1 by x is repeated here, what you have integrated it here. Now here negative sign become positive, again it will go by partial fraction method, and first part of this question is solved and we apply the limit. After applying the limit, here log 1 becomes 0, log 1 becomes 0, and here minus 1 by 4 log 3 plus 1 by 2 log 1. This becomes 0, and this we consider as I1 because we have to solve this by partial fraction method. When I solve with partial fraction method, a by x plus b by x plus 1, after finding a value is 1, b is equal to minus 1, applying the value 1 by x integration is log x plus 1. After applying the limit value, we get log 3 minus log 2, that is log 3 by 2. In this question, I is equal to minus 1 by 4 log 3, we already get I1 value is when we apply log 3 minus log 2. So log 3 will be taken out common, so that become 3 by 4 log 3 minus log 2 is my answer. Now next question is your 7th question. Here your first part, there is some mistake in your statement. So there is e raised to power x, it is not 4, it is e raised to power x. Correct your statement. So that is x e raised to power x. So when you integrate by parts, so you will get e raised to power 1 here minus e raised to power 0 to 1. So ultimately your answer is 1. Second part, your statement is limit is e to e square. So there is nothing in the numerator, dx by x log x is there. Now you consider log x is equal to t, 1 by x dx is equal to dt, and limit will be changed according to that. If x is equal to e, then t is equal to log e, that is 1. If x is equal to e square, t is equal to log e square, 2 will be shifted in the front, 2 into log e, that is 1. That means limit changes to 1 to 2. And here 1 by t is log t. After applying the limit, we get log 2. Next is 0 to 2 e raised to power 2x, 1 by x minus 1 by 2x square dx. If you look at this, 1 by x differentiation is exactly minus 1 by 2x square. So here, so better we go with x is to power minus 1 and minus 1 shifted it here, 1 by x square, that is minus 1 by x square. Okay, so what we do first, we will separate this one, 1 by x e raised to power 2x dx and minus 1 to 2 e raised to 2x 1 by 2x square dx. Don't try to solve this one, just keep as it is, only solve the first part by integration by parts. So this will be considered as your first function, this will be considered as your second function. After integration, e raised to power 2x e raised to power 2x by 2, and when integration is over, you apply the limit here. Then next part is 1 by x differentiation is 1 minus 1 by x square e raised to 2x by 2 already is there from this integration, so that will be negative become positive. That is exactly same as another term with opposite sign, that will be cancelled, only this is left. That is your required answer, e raised to power 4 minus 2 e raised to power 2 by 4. Next, your 8th question, first part is 0 to pi by 2 x square sin x. Go with integration by part, first function, second function. Integration of sin x is minus cos x, 0 to pi by 2 minus 0 to pi by 2. X square differentiation is 2x minus cos, negative become positive, 2 0 to pi by 2 x cos x. And when you apply here value pi by 2 or 0, your all terms become 0, so nothing is left it here. So now concentrate on the second part. So 2 will be taken out. Now here again first function and second function. First function, keep it outside. Integration of cos x is sin x, 0 to pi by 2 minus 0 to pi by 2. Differentiation of x is 1, only sin x is left. Negative sign is outside, and when you apply limit here, pi by 2 and 0, when you apply 0, all term becomes 0, pi by 2 and sin pi by 2 value is 1, so only plus pi by 2 is left it here. Negative sign is outside, and sin x integration is minus cos x, 0 to pi by 2. So when negative sign take it outside, that will be positive, and here cos pi by 2 is 0 minus, and cos 0 is value minus 1. So when you open the bracket, so that give you pi minus 2. Next question is 8th question, second part. Here your limit is 0 to pi theta sin square theta cos theta d theta. When I substitute here sin theta is equal to t cos theta d theta, differentiation of this cos theta d theta changes to dt. But when I am going to apply the limit, all become 0, like sin 0 is 0, sin pi is 0. So in this case, we not apply the limit here in the starting. When we convert back all t term into theta, then we use the limit. First we will solve this question without the limits. So when we solve this question without the limit, after applying the value, we will get sine inverse t and t square. Then this is first function. Second function, sine inverse t cube by 3 minus 1 by 3. Then sine inverse t integration differentiation is 1 upon 1 minus t square root t cube dt. So I consider this function as I1 and this is sine inverse t cube by 3. Here I am not using the limit because I have no t limit. I have only in the starting theta limit is given to you. When I convert t back into theta, only in that case I apply back to theta. So here sine inverse t cube by 3 minus 1 by 3 I1. So I just pick I1 here. I separate t square and t dt will be separate from then 1 minus t square root. Now substitute 1 minus t square root is equal to y, 1 minus t square is equal to y square, and t dt changes to minus y dy. Keep negative sign outside. 1 minus y square, y will be cancelled. Only left 1 minus y square. 1 integration is y square is y cube by 3. Now changes y back to t. 1 minus t square root minus 1 minus t square raised to power 3 by 2 and 3. Now what you will do? I1 value substitute back in this equation 1. Sine inverse t cube by 3 plus, because this is negative sign and negative become positive, 1 by 3, 1 minus t square root minus 1 by t square 3 by 2 whole power then 3. Now you changes t into sine theta, and according to that you have limit theta is there, then you have to apply the limit here. Theta sine cube theta by 3 0 to pi plus 1 by 3, 1 minus sine square theta minus 1 minus sine square theta by 3, 3 by 2 0 to pi. When you apply the value here, either pi or theta, that becomes 0. Only 1 minus sine square theta is cos square theta, and root of cos square theta left cos theta. Here cos square theta 2 is cancelled, only cos cube theta is left. After applying the limit cos pi value is minus 1, you will get here minus 4 by 9 after calculation. Now next is your question number 9. In question number 9, there is a 0 to 1 sine inverse root x dx. You have to prove this should be equal to pi by 4. So what you will do, first you substitute root x is equal to t. Then when you differentiate this one, dx is equal to 2t and dt. So dx changes to 2 times t dt. So 2 will be keep outside and my term becomes t sine inverse t. Now we go with integration by parts, and limit will be changed according to that. At x is equal to 0, t is equal to 0. At x is equal to 1, t is equal to 1. So there is no change in the limit. So here, so sine inverse t square by 2, apply 0 to 1 limit, which is integration is over. Which term integration is over here? T square 1 minus t square. Try to just denominator in the numerator, 1 negative sign keep it inside. So 1 minus t square minus 1. When you separate, that become 1 minus t square root and 1 upon 1 minus t square. When you apply the limit here, only sine inverse 1 by 2 sine inverse 1 is left, but when you apply 2 multiply with all the terms, so only pi by 2 is left. And here a square minus x square formula is x by 2 a square minus x square root plus 1 by 2 sine inverse x. So that you have to apply the formula here. Here 1 upon a square minus x square formula is sine inverse x by a. After applying the formula, now you have to apply the limit 0 to 1. So here this when you apply the limit 1, so only left half sine inverse 1 minus sine inverse 1, and sine inverse 1 value is pi by 2. After applying the value, you will get pi by 4. Next is 9th question. Second part is 0 to 1 x square sine inverse x dx. Here you will go all again with by parts. Here in this, x square will be considered as your second function, because always inverse function will be considered as your first function. Here sine inverse x cube by 3. Integration of x square is x cube by 3 minus 1 by 3, keep it outside, x cube 1 minus x square root. So this term will be considered as I1, and after applying the limit here we only get pi by 2, because sine inverse 1 is left, 1 by 3 pi by 2. So that become pi by 6. Now you have to solve I1. Keep x square on side and x dx on the side, and 1 minus x square root will be t. 1 minus x square is equal to t square, then x dx changes to minus t dt, and limit will be changed according to t. That is, if x is 0, t is equal to 1, x is equal to 1, t is equal to 0. The limit is changed in place of 0 because this is the limit of x. So if x is 0, t is 1. If x is 1, t is 0. So that will be 1 to 0. So here t will be cancelled, 1 minus t square dt is left, but negative sign also there. But condition is that we never solve when lower limit is greater than the upper limit. So in that case, if we change the limit, negative sign will be kept outside and negative become positive, and we interchange the limit. So 0 to 1, 1 minus t square integration is t minus t cube by 3. After applying the limit, we will get 2 by 3. This 2 by 3, place it here in our first question. We get pi by 6 minus 2 by 9 as we want to prove. Next is 10th question, first part. In this 10th question, first part, here 3x square dx is equal to 8. First you have to integrate normally. Left side you will get here a cube. After integration, then a cube equalize with the right side, you will get the a value as 2. Similarly, in your 10th question, second part, so there will be a two equations. A to b x cube dx is equal to 0, a to b x square dx is equal to 2 by 3. You have to find here a and b value. First you have to integrate this one, that gives you 1 by 4 b4 minus a4 after applying the limit, and this is 1 by 3 b cube minus a cube is equal to 2 by 3. 3 will be cancelled, b cube minus a cube is equal to 2. We apply a cube minus b cube formula, that is b minus a, b square plus a square plus ab is equal to 2. Here we apply a square minus b square formula, so that is b square minus a square, because 4 is there, so first we write b square square and a square square. B square minus a square, b square plus a square. We apply, open again, b minus a, b plus a. All terms equalize with 0 by 0 product rule. B minus a is equal to 0, b plus a is equal to 0, b square plus a square is equal to 0. B should not equal to a, so this assumption is wrong. So we take just these two assumptions, apply it here. In place of b, I apply minus a, and b square plus a square is equal to 0. So after this we get a value 1, and if a value is 1, b is equal to minus a, that is equal to minus 1. 10th question, third part is, you have given fx is equal to a plus bx plus cx square, 0 to 1 fx dx, that is the left side, and this is the right side. Here f0, f half, f1, 0 डायरेक्टली आप अप्लाई करोगे, जो कैलकुलेट करके आएगा यहाँ पे सिर्फ ए बचेगा क्योंकि x 0 हो जाएगा. फिर x की जगह आपने 1/2 रिप्लेस करना है, वो आपकी f1/2 की वैल्यू आएगी. सिमिलरली f1 की वैल्यू आ जाएगी a प्लस b प्लस c. तो आपने सेपरेटली लेफ्ट साइड और राइट साइड दोनों सॉल्व करनी है. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में 0 to 1 a प्लस बी एक्स प्लस सी एक्स स्क्वायर. आफ्टर इंटीग्रेशन यू विल गेट a x प्लस बी एक्स स्क्वायर बाई 2 प्लस c x क्यूब बाई 3. आफ्टर अप्लाइंग द लिमिट यू विल गेट 6a plus 3b plus 2c by 6. Another on the right side, when you apply direct value in the function, you will get the same value of the left hand side. Now your 10th question, fourth part is, your limit is 0 to k dx 2 plus 8x square is equal to pi by 16. From this equation you have to find the k value. So first what you do, you will remove 8 from that. If we take 8 outside, so 8 should be divided by this term also, because you have to take 8 common from here. So that will be like that, 8 into 8. So this way you can easily take 8 common outside. So that become 1/4. 1/4 is 1/2 whole square plus x square, and e square plus x square formula is 1/a tan inverse x by a. So that is 2x, and 2 cancel with this, only 1/4 is left, tan inverse 2x k 0. So when you apply the value here, 4 cross multiply with this, so that become pi by 4, and tan inverse 2x. Now tan inverse move on other side, that changes to tan pi by 4. Then tan pi by 4 value is 1 and k value is 1/2. Thank you.